Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of The Huddle. For those of you who don't recognize me, my name is Kalita, and I'm not here alone. I'm here with an amazing guest.
Hey, I am Chandra Alstadt. I am so excited to be a part of this. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming. Okay, so since you're new, I guess, what is the most interesting thing that has happened to you today?
Today,
Today.
oh my goodness. Not I didn't do a lot before coming here. I went on a quick happy-go-lucky shopping spree for an
That's
outfit or two.
that's a vibe.
So that is something interesting.
That's a
And now
vibe.
I'm here.
And now you're here.
Yes.
Lekker man. So we have this amazing guest here. She is working at, remind me what church you are at.
So I am going to go into full-time ministry
Mm-hmm.
next year at Every Nation. So I'm in the Every Nation Willows congregation, which is close to the Grove Mall. And then I'll probably go into doing missions and transitioning into a missionary.
That is so
Yeah.
cool. Guys, there are people, it's crazy. It's like there are actual people who are young who want to go and do missions.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like, everyone's kind of, when they're like, okay, cool, we want to reach the world for Jesus. Everyone wants to be in front of a camera or,
Mhm.
be an
Mhm.
influencer. I'm not trying to shade those things. We are sitting here right in front of a
We're
camera.
literally at.
And it has its place. But I
Yeah.
think it's so beautiful to have people who are literally like, we are going out physically in the world to make a
Exactly.
difference and
Yeah.
evangelize. So thank you for doing the work that you do.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I enjoy it so. I've got such a heart for, especially for Africa. So that is probably where I would love to go.
Sure.
Um, yeah, I've had dreams. The Lord has been speaking to me since the age of 6
Sure.
about doing this. So I'm 23 right now. So I'm so privileged and so excited to actually be able to do it now.
You're living the dream.
I'm living the dream. I'm walking into my calling that the Lord has been calling me to
I love
for
that.
how many years now. So yeah, I'm so excited. I think
That's
it's gonna be so
amazing.
good.
Oh, that's amazing. I think I want to introduce this topic because it's a very interesting one.
Mhm.
So I think we are in a very interesting generation
Yeah.
as Gen Zs. Obviously, we know there is a lot of access to sharing things online. You know, every day of every minute,
Mm,
you are able to take a video, put it online. You're
exactly.
able to share the funny things that happen
Yeah.
to you. You're able to share the terrible things that happen to
Mhm.
you. And I've kind of just been thinking and seeing some things online that I'm like, why in the world would you ever post that? You could never, like, if that happened to me, you would never hear about it.
Uh huh.
No one could force me to tell you that I did this. There's no one.
Yes. Yeah.
And I feel like we have lost I would say we've lost shame. We've
Exactly.
lost shame as a generation.
Yeah.
We just post whatever. And I
Mhm.
think that we've become a generation that overshares.
Exactly.
And I
That's
think we're
so
gonna
good.
have a conversation about this. Why are we oversharing?
Yeah.
What is the point? Why, Kalita, is there a reason why I shouldn't overshare? What's the point of me not posting
Yeah.
everything about my life?
Mhm.
And yeah, just having a conversation around that. So I guess I would ask you, like, are you kind of person who would just shine on social media? Everything is on social media. Everything, every accomplishment, every hair, every bad hair day, every morning, every outfit, you're there on
Mhm.
socials. Are you that kind of person? Or are you more reserved on social media?
I'm much more reserved on social media. Like, I'll put a sunset kiki on now and again. Maybe when I'm at home in George or at the beach house, then you'll see me at the
I love
beach.
that.
But I'm not that person that's gonna put every second, every action, every literally like you said, bad hair day, good hair day.
Mm,
Um, I'm on campus now. Like you'll find me maybe doing that once a semester, but like I am much more reserved than posting every single second.
that's good.
I do like posting now and again. It's not that I'm absent from social media.
Mm,
You will see now and again a story. But yeah, it's not like I'm doing it every second minute.
I feel that.
Yeah.
I feel that. Like, I think the crazy thing for me, when I was still in high school, yo, long time ago. But when I was still in high school, we had a lady come in, and I don't exactly know what her job description was, but
Mm.
she was basically going to different schools and talking about social media and privacy online and
Okay.
stuff. And there's something that she said that I will never forget. Listen, I forgot a lot of the things that she said, but she said, we're in the hall with all the high school kids,
Yeah.
and she's like, hey, is there anyone here with a public Instagram page? And like most of us put our hands up. I
Yeah.
mean, this was like the rage of Instagram. Um, and she's like, okay, cool. We actually have picked some of your profiles and we're going to display them on the projector. Listen, when I tell you fear entered people, even me, I was like, Heaven, yo, you're going to put it on the
Not
screen.
me.
What if it's going to be me? And she was like, okay, so if you had a reaction
Mhm.
about about me posting your public Instagram
Yeah.
page on the projector, maybe you're posting things that you shouldn't be posting.
Sure.
And I think that really struck me, right?
Yo.
Because I think sometimes we get so removed from what social media is, especially if we do have public pages.
Mhm.
Like we feel like the people are not there because we can't physically see them, right?
Yeah.
So I said to Given once in one of the pods, like, you know, if we were to see in a football stadium how many people actually watched my video, like,
Yeah.
it hits different.
Exactly.
And I think when we're posting, that's something that we need to be mindful of,
Mm.
is this something that I'm okay with sharing with my friends
Yeah.
and my family?
Yeah.
Would my parents be okay with what I'm
Exactly.
posting?
Exactly.
You know? And it doesn't necessarily mean that they're vulgar pictures all the time. I think sometimes even oversharing like things that are happening in your life, like some things, just guys, leave the camera alone. Just
Like, just take it on your own.
chill, man.
Yes.
And like, I don't know, how have you, because I'll say this, because you are in a space of being a missionary, or aspiring to be on your
Mhm.
journey to
Yes,
be
on my
a
way.
missionary.
Yeah.
What are the things that you do on your profile to make sure that you kind of keep a good reputation
Mhm.
of yourself and your family?
Yeah.
And yeah, how are you mindful about the way you post and stuff?
I think one thing when I was a bit younger, starting on Instagram and social media, I think just really being mindful on how will I feel if my parents see this?
Sure, yeah.
Like, why do I want to block my parents? Do I want to keep them out of
Sure.
this? And if the answer was yes, then no.
Okay.
Then you're not posting it.
Yeah.
So just I do ask myself like logical questions, if I can say it like that. Like,
Mm.
would I appreciate if every nation elders saw it?
You know what I'm saying?
Would I like it if my parents or my oma or my uncle or my aunt saw it? Like,
Mm.
if not, then don't put it on. So that is basically how I navigate what I put on social media. And especially if we go on missions, they train you beforehand and say that you're not really allowed to post of
Mm.
actual people and their face,
Sure.
just to respect their privacy as
Yeah.
well. So, yet again, like, I'm not as focused as putting on as much. Oh, I need to post now.
Mm.
Oh, it's 9 o'clock at night, and that's when the most audience are active.
Yeah.
Like, if I post, let's say, like, my mom and I, we were blessed enough to go overseas
Mm-hmm.
in July to Greece. So then I will have my typical Greece moment
You
on
know?
the beach.
Yes, girl.
But then afterwards I'm like, okay, cool, there's nothing to share anymore. Like, what am I supposed to?
Mm.
So, and also just to be mindful, is this encouraging to other people?
Sure.
Like, would they feel, yo, okay, cool, I like this. Like, would they feel encouraged or would they feel, gal,
That's good.
ek moet dink jy moes dit gepost het
Oh,
hier. So,
Jesus.
and not that we're running for the opinions of others, but
Yeah.
it's just good to be mindful on, like, will I feel comfortable if my elders at church, if my
Mm.
parents, if my oma, if the people that's opinions are important, and the, like, if they've got like say and like I take their advice,
Yes.
what would they say
That's good.
if I post this?
That's really
So
good.
yeah.
I want to touch on something that you briefly mentioned and you swooped by it so quickly, but that idea stuck in my head. I think, being sensitive of not posting other people and
Mhm.
violating their privacy. I
Mhm.
think that's a big issue that we
Yeah.
have as people, you know. Um, I think we're insensitive,
Yeah.
you know. We see something funny happening to someone and we post it. And, you know, like I get it. We all want to laugh. We all
Mhm.
want to have a good time. We want to share things
Mhm.
that made you laugh. But at the same time, I think we're not always aware of the dignity of someone else
Exactly.
and their right to
Mhm.
privacy and their right to dignity. And, you know, some things can just be funny in your room, guys. Can someone?
Exactly.
Guys, sometimes it's okay to laugh by yourself. Sometimes it's okay
It is
just to keep it in your little corner on your phone.
in your bubble.
And I'll say it like this. I remember, so I went to study music.
Mhm.
And so there was this big jazz festival thing that was like a very big deal. Like if you got to sing at that thing, like it was a very big deal. The whole
It's like the
city,
Olympics for music.
yes,
Yes.
like the whole city is there at that
Mhm.
concert, right? And it's not even a concert, it's like a street event, and there are different
Yeah.
stages and
Oh
there's different
wow.
bands playing. Like it was a big
Big thing.
deal,
Yeah.
right? And I remember one of the girls who was in our school was performing there, and it was a big deal. So we were like, cool. We all obviously came. We came to support and
Yeah.
like rally up. And it was such a fail. There was such a fail. And then the thing was, I was recording because I was like,
Mhm.
obviously, it's a
Like we're
concert.
exactly
You
we're
know what
waiting
I'm
for this big
saying? Like, this
moment.
is such an epic moment.
Yeah.
I'm literally recording. I'm like, oh my God, like, this is going to be epic. And I literally caught the moment where her voice is just cracking, and it was just a disaster. Like,
Mhm.
oh my gosh, it was just a disaster. And
Mhm.
I just remember, think I still have that video. I still have that video, if I'm correct. It's probably on my laptop somewhere. But I remember like making it a point to say, I'm not going to post this video,
Yeah.
right? Yes, me, I'll laugh by myself. We'll laugh with the people who were there and we experienced
Exactly.
it. But at the same time, like, there's no need to embarrass someone.
Mhm.
And, you know, unknowingly. And I wonder how many times I've been recorded doing something silly
Exactly.
or something embarrassing or something just out of character.
Yeah.
And how many people have decided, let me save this person's dignity because I care about them
Exactly.
and I don't want them to
Yeah.
be seen in this
Mhm.
negative light. Um, I think that's something that's really beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really, it's just being cautious and like I think it comes out of selfish, self-centered,
Sure.
if you can call it that. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
If you're so fixed on other people and like even if it means their downfall for you to be,
Mm.
can we say praise or like can we
Yeah.
say like elevated,
Yeah.
elevated for like that's just I think a nasty place to come from
It's true.
if that is why you seek and do content or post on Instagram
Sure.
is because someone else is maybe not having a good day or
Yeah.
failing or just not in a good space or like you said she obviously didn't prepare for her voice to crack or break
Yeah.
and you never prepare for something that's gonna like happen like that especially if
Exactly.
you work yourself up to this
Huge
huge
concert.
moment. You don't prepare. You don't wake up this morning like, okay, tonight my voice is gonna break and I'm gonna embarrass myself. Like, you don't prepare for that.
Mm-mm.
So then, for someone to find entertainment in that, yes, we can laugh on our own
Yes.
and with the people, but you don't laugh at her. You laugh with her,
Yeah.
if I can call it like that.
Yeah.
But then, if people then go like a step further and find it quite socially entertaining to post it then on
Sure.
Instagram. I think that is a nasty place
Yeah.
to come from.
Yeah. And also, I think we also forget that our reputations, well, especially on this internet place,
Mhm.
like our reputation can be stained forever
Exactly.
from something so dumb.
Mhm.
Like if I posted that, mind you, she's trying to make a career in music. If I post something like that, if I post something about someone who's trying to do something
Yeah.
and it creates a reputation on them that is not good, that's going to precede them, that every time I see this person, I see that funny post, or I
Mm.
see the girl who, got drunk out of her mind and was doing something silly.
Exactly.
That those things do follow you. And I
Mhm.
think it becomes very awkward when you yourself are exposing yourself. You're making a
Basically.
bad reputation for yourself,
Yes.
right? And I think like that's one thing that as young people, I don't think we always are conscious of. We're just
Mm-mm.
kind of living in the moment and we want to be vibrant. And I'm not, being
Yeah.
pedantic because I want people to be boring,
Yeah.
right? But I think that we need to remember that there are going to be jobs that are going to look at your profile. There are going to be
That is
people
so
that you're
good.
going to meet that will know your reputation before you
Mhm.
even say a word. There are opportunities that will close before you
Doors are gonna
even
be, yeah.
open your mouth to say hello
Mhm.
because of what reputation you have.
Exactly.
And so I guess my heart of the conversation is to say, don't overshare because you want people to learn about you.
Yeah.
You want your reputation to be good. You don't want to have a bad reputation. In fact, let me just stop talking because it's not my words, ne? It's not my words.
Mm-mm.
This is this is straight from the Bible. So fight Jesus, okay? Don't fight me.
Exactly.
In Proverbs 22 verse 1, it says, "A good name is more desirable than
Yeah.
great riches.
Sure.
To be esteemed is better than silver or gold." So
Sure.
you're chasing money, you're chasing follows, you're chasing likes, you're chasing the
Validation,
opportunity
yeah.
to be famous
Mhm.
online, maybe. But your reputation is more
Yeah.
valuable than all the things that you can get from being liked from
Exactly.
people
Uh-huh.
or going viral
Yeah.
or getting money. And I think that's something that we don't always remember. We just kind of too casual about our interactions on social media.
Mhm.
So I wanted to ask you something about um this conversation. And I wanted to talk about like do you do you find value in things that are only like your family will only be able to experience? Like is there something special about having this person know something about you and no one else? Is that something that you like value in life? I hope that kind of made sense.
I think so. Is it
Okay,
like
cool.
you're meaning that like something that's sacred to me and someone
Yeah.
else's? I think, let's use my parents as an example. I
Mm.
think there are many things that you go through, good and bad, in life,
Yeah.
and that you do not like, that's not going to be displayed on social media.
Yeah.
And I think I do value then my mom or my dad and my brother's opinion.
Sure.
Um, and not that I'm going to make my own decisions based off their opinions,
Mm.
but the Lord gave them to me. Like, that's my mom, that's my dad, that's my brother. Like,
Yeah.
they're supposed to be important. Their opinion is supposed to be important to me. So there
100%.
are some things that I need to get out, and then I need to speak to my mom or to my dad or to my brother.
Mm.
And then, because I am that type of person that when I speak about something, I process it, and
Sure.
then it makes more sense to me, if you get where I'm
Yeah.
coming
Yeah.
from. So there are certain things where I would be like, I just need to quickly download, and this is between us.
Yes.
And of course, parents automatically know this is between you
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
So yeah, sometimes I'm just there for just a quick download session, even if it's just
That's
like,
beautiful.
I'm just having such a crap day today. Like, this is not working out. I'm feeling frustrated. Or even like phoning my mom and my dad and my brother beforehand, being like, Buddha, what should I wear? Or dad and mom, like, let's pray before coming to this.
Sure.
So it's just, I feel like that is doing life with each other. Like, that
Mm.
is like the main and the top idea, if I can call it like that, about
Yeah.
just sharing and doing life with your family.
Yeah.
I don't know if that answers your question.
Yeah. I feel like what you're basically saying is there's value in, you know, relationships that are intimate.
Mhm.
There's value in keeping things just like I find that so beautiful.
Mhm.
I think just knowing that there will be things that only you and this other person will
Exactly.
know. I think that's such a
And
beautiful
it's safe
thing.
with them.
It's
Like, and
safe.
you know that it's gonna stay with them.
Exactly. And I think that's the problem with oversharing, right? On social media and stuff like that. when you're oversharing with people who don't have
Mm.
that connection with you, they don't have your best interest in heart,
Exactly.
right? So they're gonna make fun of you. They're going to exploit you. They're
Yeah.
not gonna think the best of your opinion. They're
Exactly.
not gonna think she was having a bad day, right?
Exactly.
But the people who do know you and you can have those like intimate conversations, I almost
Mhm.
want to say, like the sacred conversations where you know that this person is for you. And, even if it's not something deep, maybe it's something funny. And I'm like, listen, I can only tell my mom this. It stays between me and you.
Exactly, like that is
It's embarrassing, but we will laugh together at home. That's
and you will
all.
understand me if I say this.
Exactly. Like, I think there's such beauty
Mhm.
in keeping things offline. There's such beauty in keeping things between people who are close to you,
Mhm.
who are, yeah, that love you for you, who actually care about you.
Yeah,
And I think that we're kind of losing that as a generation because we want to post everything, right?
exactly.
And I say sometimes you overshare things and it's not necessarily wrong, but
Mm.
I think we're robbing ourselves of the opportunity of having really deep and intimate
That is
connections with
so good.
people,
Yeah,
and memories for ourselves.
exactly.
And maybe some things are just for you and God.
Yeah, so true.
Yeah.
So true.
Do you relate to that?
Yes, definitely. There are things, there are moments, there are times where I'm like,
Sure.
Lord, what am I supposed to say or do or decide right now?
Sure.
Especially when you make big life decisions, like
Mm,
grown up decisions, if I
yeah.
can call it like that. Um, I mean, like literally, like last night, I was like, Lord, this and this and this. What now? Akvieti. I don't know. And then you necessarily don't want to run to your parents or to to your best friends or to your family.
mm,
It's just like you just want to let it out. You just want to get it out. You
yes.
just want to be like, Lord, this and this and this, and it's not necessarily something for someone else's ears. It's just between
Mm,
you and the Lord. And I think every time when I share something with him, I just imagine him having this big smile on his face, being like,
sure. That's my kid.
Akviet, that is my gal. So I think there's many moments. It's not necessarily always this big conversation, and there are times where I sit and I have coffee with the Lord, and I'm like,
Sure.
this is now our time where I'm gonna speak and I'm
Yeah.
gonna get things out and I'm gonna journal and I'm gonna spend time with
It's
you.
good.
But then there's also the small moments where you drive and you're like, Lord, did you see that?
Girl.
Did you see that? You can't now phone someone and be like, dit gebeur nie,
Yeah.
but like it's just I think it's I would always say the small things or maybe sometimes the most special and
That's good.
things that you're gonna remember. So yeah.
Mm. I love that. And I think, yeah, there's a lot of thoughts that I have, but I guess
Mm.
because I always want to make like something practical.
Mhm.
So maybe what are the things that you think that we should probably keep offline? And what's like a good way to say, okay, these are the types of things that I will never post?
Okay.
Like, what's a good way to be like, okay, these are the boundaries when it comes to
Yeah, that's
posting?
good. That's
Yeah.
really good. I think if I think of things that I will post, I think it's just if it's a celebration moment.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say let's say if you graduate. Okay, cool. That's a big celebration moment. So we
Sure.
can post that.
Sure.
Things that are done in public, that's good. That is gonna have a good effect. I think
Sure.
that is how I would think and feel about posting things.
Mm.
Um, Yet again, like I said in the beginning, if you feel like your elders, your mom and dad, your parents, your brother, your siblings,
Mm.
if you feel shameful to let them see what you're gonna post, then that's a big
Mm.
no-no.
Yeah.
And you're gonna feel it in your heart.
Sure.
There's gonna be a little tingling feeling in your heart, or like, oh, ek weet
E-
nie. I
e-
don't know. I don't know if I'm supposed to post this,
That's good.
but I think big celebration moments.
That's good.
I don't know. Like I think that is things that I would. Let's say you get a job. You get a
Sure.
job and you're excited, or let's say you go on holiday,
Mm.
or you go on. That's all things that happen in public that people already know about you.
Sure.
If you are in a relationship or like in a friendship with
Yeah.
with us, like, you're gonna know I've got a new job. You're gonna know that I'm going on holiday,
Yeah.
and that is things that happen already in public, and that's not shameful. It's not embarrassing.
Hmm.
Then go for it. Go post it. It's a celebration moment. It's
Yeah.
exciting stuff. It's a quick update. Let's say if you go on holiday, you're not gonna send every single picture to all of your
Yeah.
best
Your whole
friends, like
context.
your like Yiri and Yiri and Yiri. And so then I find it sometimes easier just to put a quick story on, and you guys can see where I'm at. Like,
Yeah.
you all want to know, but here's a quick update. Having the
Yes.
best time of my life on holiday.
Yes.
It's a celebration moment. It's exciting. I'm not shameful to show this.
Yes.
I don't know if that answers your question.
That
I think.
does. It does a lot. And I think the other thing that I would just want to add is like saying just things that, guys, they're just things that if Jesus, no, wait, I don't want to say if Jesus saw because he sees,
He sees. He's with
he's
us. He's
watching
here.
you. Like those things, remember, we are ambassadors of
Mm-hmm.
God. So
Yes.
those kind of things are important. Like if, yeah, how would an ambassador, I think that's a good way to see, like if you look at the ambassador of South Africa or the ambassador of the US, see how those people
Exactly.
present themselves
Mm-hmm.
because they're representing a whole other country. They're
Exactly.
representing something
Exactly.
so much bigger than them.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to say be fake. I don't want to say don't be authentic. But I think sometimes we forget that the Christian journey that we're on is called for sacrifice,
Exactly.
and it's
Mm-hmm.
called for us to think of others before ourselves in a way.
Mm-hmm.
It calls for us to represent Christ. So yes, that it calls for me to change things about myself.
Exactly.
It causes me to s- like listen to the Holy Spirit when he's convicting me about certain aspects of
Yeah.
my lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
And just because it's normal in our generation doesn't mean that we have the license to do it as young
That
people.
is so good.
So I kind of just want to close out on that, guys, remember, you are an ambassador of
Yeah.
Christ.
That's
You
so good.
are carrying Christ's name. And they're just some things
Mm.
that we should just be mindful of when we are, projecting something to the world. Ask yourself, is this something that would represent Christ well or not? I
That's good.
think also just remember there is beauty in like intimate
Yeah.
spaces. There's beauty in having connections with people who know things about you that the rest of the world
Mm-hmm.
will not ever know about you. And I want you to find the beauty in that.
Yeah.
And I pray that God will help you in this journey of figuring out how to present yourself, what opinions to post online and
Yeah.
what to keep to
Yes.
yourself,
Mm-hmm.
what outfits and what portions of your life you need to post and what you should not, what things are safe to post
Yeah.
online and what will get you in trouble.
Yeah.
I think if we can all just come to that understanding, I think we will make our social media experience a lot better. So, before we head out, so what we do on my podcast, right? When we say bye, we're going to say, what do I say? Until next time.
Yes.
And then we say peace out together.
Okay, cool.
Okay, cool.
Do we say until next time together as
I'll
well?
say until
Cool.
next
And
time, and then we say peace out
cool,
together.
cool, cool.
All right. So, guys, thank you so much for having this conversation with us. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for logging in. And please like and subscribe because you can't watch this whole
Do
thing
it.
and not do that. That's
Mm-hmm.
no, guys. Let's get with the program, please. Thank you in Jesus'
Be
name.
part.
But anyway, until next time, peace
Peace
out.
out.